Assalamu alaikum. Sulman Rahim here. The judge, Sulman Rahim, Master of the Covenant, breaker of the seven seals, the crusher. Brothers and sisters, get out. Get out. We're telling you every kind of way we can think of. I'm telling you every kind of way I can think of, brothers and sisters, get out. Trying to tell you mathematically, philosophically, right, scripturally, right? Just talking, brothers and sisters, any way possible. Many people are talking to you. Get out, get out. It's about to blow. You see the shaking. All institutions are under extreme pressure. All institutions. Total political unrest. With this situation now with the arrest of former president, unprecedented trouble. It's unprecedented America. That's going to cause all kinds of everything they do is creating more and more trouble. Ukraine is getting worse and worse and worse, right? That's militarily, internationally, right? Bank failures, banks collapse, major banks, right? Economically, financially, inflation, health, politics, every phase of this reality is vibrating at a high rate, too much for it to withstand. And we're going to talk about a little more about this vibration. See, something vibrates, right? Greatest ability, right, to absorb that vibration, it breaks. What do I mean by that? If something vibrates, see, that's energy coming in. It's causing it to vibrate. Now, if it absorbs that energy at the rate energy is coming in, it won't vibrate. Reason why it vibrates is because the energy coming in, its ability to absorb the energy coming in, is not as fast as energy is coming in. So it starts vibrating. And it keeps on vibrating until the vibration is so great that its molecules fall apart. Molecules cannot hold, because see, molecules are they like, clips that hold things together, right? So it's like you put clips on something, but if you pull hard enough, clips only hold, right? Or a thread, right? I mean, you tie something, sew something with a thread, right? Okay, to hold, but if you put more pressure on it, then the strength of that thread is going to come apart. So molecules hold things together. That's what molecules do. And if it vibrates greater than the ability of those molecules hold together, it comes apart. That's like that old Memorex commercial where the woman, she put out, she sang a note, and then the vibrations, right, the energy from it caused the glass to vibrate because the glass is picking up that energy. You're vibrating right now. Okay? All of us vibrate to a certain extent. It's when you go beyond a certain point, it becomes harmful. We're all under pressure. We're all colliding with people. We interface people all the time, but some pressure is acceptable. Like intimacy, right? Friendships, communication. That's a collision. You're going collapse. I'm trying to explain pressure to you on a more deeper and deeper level. See, that's collisions. That's this whole universe. Pressure is the nature of it. Consequence, is the fundamental nature of consequences. Every action has the opposite but equal reaction, which is force. And pressure is force. And your whole system is pressure, right? Your thought is pressure. How do you move your hands? With force. That's pressure. Your heart pumps, your lungs, right? Your reproductive system, all that. You're in a pressure reality, period. And pressure means things are colliding. See? That's what temperature is. Temperature means things are moving, how fast, temperature measures how fast things are moving. If it moves fast enough, right, that means it moves, too fast, that means it's hot. Because your body's warm. That means molecules are moving. Blood is moving. In the blood, you got, right, you're vibrating a little bit. That's acceptable, right? Molecules, things are moving around, right? That's acceptable. Because when you're dead, you're cold because nothing's moving around anymore. It's acceptable. But if it gets too much, that's a burn. See? Because if you get too, that's when you get a fever, right? That means it's too hot. You're too hot. See? They got to cool you down because things start coming apart. Because you're getting too hot. That means your temperature, that's what I call it temperature, right? Your temperature's up because that's what temperature is, and measure how fast molecules, atoms moving around. Hope you understand that, brother and sister. Because when you get a burn, that's fire. Fire is molecules move very fast, very fast. And so you put it next to your skin, and cause your skin to move so fast that it tears up the molecules can't hold it, so therefore you got a scar, right? Because that's what it is. Because right? The skin can't hold its consistency. Hope you understand that, brothers and sisters. So we're going to go a little deeper into pressure. We're going to talk about amplitude. Okay? And we're going to talk about this 50-year cycle. We're going to go review that again. So let's get into it, brothers and sisters, see where we go. So far we go. They talking about crucifixion. See, the thing is, they know that the Jesus they claim they believe in, right? Because he's a black person. It's clear. He had lamb's wool, so forth, so on. And see, they've been crucifying us. That's what I'm talking about. See, because he represents not a person, but a people. They've been crucifying us for the last 500 years. That's what story is about. They've been crucifying us the last 500 years. And a lot of us, let's forgive them, let's forgive them, let's forgive them. So you can forgive them all you want to, but God says, vengeance is mine, said the Lord, and I will avenge. See? So, what is that? God, you saying that God tells you you're supposed to forgive, but he's not going to forgive? I'd be hypocritical, wouldn't he? So he's not commanding you to forgive. He said if you forgive, you want to, but he ain't forgiving a damn thing. He's coming to judge. He ain't forgiving anything. Every action has the opposite equal reaction. That's why it says what? It says, so have you done, as you've done, so it's be done to you. That's justice. That's justice. So, America, you should be happy that that's your judgment because the judge is here. The judge has talked to you. You don't accept it, doesn't matter because it's happening. And that's your judgment. As you have done, so it should be done to you. So you claim you're such great people and you're good people and everything. You shouldn't have anything to worry about. Should you? Because nothing's changed. We're still being crucified here. We're not a sovereign country. We don't control ourselves. They tell us what to do. If you don't obey the laws, you get shot down, thrown in jail, prison, or whatever. Executed, whatever. You understand? That's the truth of it. So we're not sovereign people. We're still terrorized. That's how you keep people under control, right? We're terrorized since it's been here. The icons of terrorists. Washington, there was terrorists. How you maintain a slave system without terror? That's how you maintain it. It's a terrorist nation. It's serious. But now you got those, oh man, we love Jackson, we love Johnson, we love Jefferson, we love what? Well, you know, those people are sending those demons anyway. Because that's their people. No original person would even say that. They might say out of ignorance, right? But they don't stay too long. But you never hear from those people. You never hear from the original people. They're not going to let you. All you hear is from demons. That's the ones they pull in on TV and tell you, you got to forgive. You got to go along. You forget about the past. See, don't bygones be bygones. We all live with people. We don't want to live with you. Don't you understand? We do not want to live with you. We don't want your culture. We don't want your dogs, your shitlands, your democracy, your capitalism, which is slavery. Pure and simple. Maximum profit, minimum overhead. Period. That's what capitalism is. And capitalism enslaved us. And so did the cross. The cross did not save us. It enslaved us. We don't want any of that shit. None of it. We want to get the hell out of here. You demons, that you and your demons, you fight over it. See, your rape children, y'all fight over it. Y'all will fight over it. But we want out of here. We don't want no parts of you. We want to be part of you. Oh, we want civil. We don't want no civil rights. You can't give us no rights. Come on, God gave you this country. Wait a minute, you're gonna put all this genocide, rape, murder, kidnapping, oppression, right? Stuff. You want to put that on God? God gave us constitution. God gave you a constitution that said that half the human population is 3/5 human. All black people are 3/5 human. That God gave that constitution? What God was that? Well, it sounds like Satan to me. God gave you this, told you to come in and kill all these people who did nothing to you and take their country. You gonna put that on God? You see what's happening, brothers and sisters? You gonna put that on God? What God are you talking about? Because that sounds like Satan's works to me. Isn't that what Jesus in the Bible says? You do the works of Satan? Because if that's God's works, then what problem do you have with Satan? What problem do you have with Satan? Those are Satan's works. You kidnapped us. We never did anything to you. Boys over here, beat us but 40 years. The Holocaust. 40 years. 40 years. Total terror. And you say, oh well, you know, that was bad. You know, I was bad. Okay, well, how can you still worship their icons, Washington, Jefferson, and so forth? And why are you minimizing it? So you're gonna say, God, see what you seeing in the word, right? Is consequence, right? The fruit. Know a tree by the fruit it bears. Now you're witnessing the fruit of this tree that you planted here hundreds of years ago. All the stuff you complain about, what's happening in America that you don't lack, right? Immorality and everything else. That's the fruit of this tree. So now you don't like the fruit is bitter, right? Well, that's the tree you plant. That's the tree you worship. So now you see what it is that you denied. Let's move on, brothers and sisters, right? Because I want to explain a few things. I want you to really understand. I want to go to pressure and take pressure to another level. Right? Do you understand it? Because it says you will not return you with thorough knowledge yourself. And thorough knowledge yourself means you have to understand the nature of the universe. The universe is pressure. That's just reality. You have to speak the language of the universe, which is calculus. See? Calculus is a language of change, mathematical change. Everything changes. Everything changes. Because we make things change. See? So, you know, you have to who you are right now, you create that reality for yourself. Because it's about changing energy from one form to another. So every time you breathe, every time you change energy from one form to another. And if you're not serious and dedicated to it, then you're part of someone else's change. If you sit around and don't want to do anything and play videos and watch TV and watch NFL and right, then you part of someone else, right? Part of reality someone else is creating. Because just think about it. Did you write those video games? Right? You created NFL? You write those songs and stuff you listen to and playing with? So someone else did. So they're controlling you, ain't they? Okay, let me explain amplitude. Let me go on, that's another aspect, right? There's amplitude. Now see that right there? Amplitude is like, the way I'm explaining amplitude is like the amount of energy. The amount of energy, okay? So, say for instance right there, I think I got this right? Okay. Now see, both of those have the same amount of energy. But it takes an hour for this one to complete a cycle. Other one, right? That's a minute. That's how much energy that one's generating in a minute. It takes an hour for that one to generate that much energy. You see? So that's the amplitude. That's the frequency also. See, the frequency is, we'll talk about frequency in a minute, but this amplitude, how much energy in there. So we talk about that for how much energy, right? So let's look at it another way. Okay, say you got Walmart again, right? So Walmart can handle one customer coming through the door every minute. They can cancel one customer coming through the door every minute, right? That's the frequency. They can handle that, right? But what if two come every minute? That's increased amplitude because now you got two come every minute, right? The frequency is still 1 minute, but the amplitude went up. Amplitude went up. Now you got two every minute. Frequency remained the same, amplitude increased, right? Okay. But they was able to have 1 minute at that amplitude of 1. Amplitude at 1 at the frequency of 1. Okay? They was able to handle amplitude of 1 and the frequency of 1. So now you got the same frequency, but you increase the amplitude. Now what happens? That puts pressure on them. Because they can handle 1, but now they got 2 every. So that's putting pressure on them. See? That's putting pressure on them. Squeezing them. You understand what I'm saying? That's amplitude. So if 3 comes in, the frequencies remain the same, right? But amplitude's up to 3. Now it's pushing more pressure on them because that's the pressure. That's the intensity of the pressure. Amplitude is a measure of the pressure, amount of pressure, amount of energy. See, increase the energy. See, so your energy went from 1 amplitude of 1 to amplitude of 3. See, but they was only able to handle 1, right? So say for instance they was able to handle 5, say 10 per minute, right? And you come in, right, at 10 every 5 minutes, right? Okay, well, then no problem, because they can handle 10 per minute, but you come in at 10 every 10 minutes, right? So they plenty of time to react to whatever you're doing. They take care of your orders and everything else, right? Because they can handle 10 per minute, but you come in at 10 every 10 minutes, right? So they got you out here. They was able to react, take care of everything you was able to do, right? Let me say that again, right? They was able to handle 10 per minute, and you come in 10 every 10 minutes. That's your frequency every 10 minutes. But they was able to handle 10 every minute, right? So they get you in and out. They can react to everything you're doing. But what if you do it the other way around? They can handle 10 every 10 minutes, but you bring in 10 every minute, right? They can't react fast enough. They can't react fast enough. You put pressure on them. They can't react fast enough. So now you're building up. You got more people in the store, and they got long lines and everything else. So you building pressure on the store because they can't handle that. You understand? They can't handle that amplitude. See? So it's amplitude and also temperature. I mean, and also frequency. See? So get back to 1 again. So in this case right here, right, you're saying, okay, it takes me an hour to react. Right? So hour, that's how long that one on the left on the hour, that's how long it takes it to complete a cycle hour. But this over here, it takes 1 minute. Right? The same amount of energy in 1 minute. Right? So 1 minute. That's how much energy it can generate in 1 minute. But it takes 1 hour for this to handle that much, right? This is how much energy is it? This generates a minute. This is how much energy this generates an hour. Right? Well, it's the same amount of energy, but remember, the 1 hour, right? It takes an hour for it to do it. See, it takes an hour for it to do it. It takes a minute to do it. Same amount of energy, right? So let's a little further. Let's go to the next one. Hope you understand, brothers. I'm trying to put all this together for you. So I think it mathematically. Hold on, brothers and sisters. Yes.
I'm surprised you didn't call me about this HOA stuff, HOA approval. From the emails, looks like we got to get some kind of HOA approval on tenant evaluation. And did you see that?
No.
Well, if you scroll down, you'll see where he was trying to get out of us having to do some kind of do the HOA approval, but looks like that's what's going to happen. Um,
Hold on for a minute. Hold on for a minute. No, I told myself. Be continued, brothers and sisters. Got an emergency. Assalamu alaikum.